All right. Good morning, traders. You should have sound now, right? Live room members, give me a yes if you can hear me and see my screen. I'm also presenting on I'm trying this YouTube stream thing out as well. So if you're over there on YouTube right now, thank you for joining me. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not really paying attention to the chat at all. I'm just giving this a try for the first time. But I appreciate you joining me. I'll watch this later to see if it works. But good, 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 good. All right. Well, welcome to the live room. Do me a favor, live room members. Give me a yes if this is your first time in the live room. I do see a few new names. I'm sure we'll have a few flooding in as well. Detective's back. Nice. Joel. James says YouTube not streaming yet. Well, it's got this weird delay type thing. I don't know. That's what I heard. I did a little test run this morning, and it looks like it's live. Let me just see. Maybe it's not. We'll see. Again, I'll check it later and see if it works or not. But welcome to the live room, guys. Not that many new members, so I'll do my intro spiel later after our war room meeting. Remember, 8:30. Syndicate members, Jason has his war room meeting. He's looking at probably updating you on the trades he took yesterday. I know he took a euro trade yesterday, and looks like he sold the pound New Zealand this morning. So he'll be walking you through that thought process, the whys, the whens, and the hows of that at 8:30. So we're going to take about a 10-minute break at 8:30 so we can join him in the war room, since many of you are syndicate members. But let's get started. Let's check out not too much on my radar today. Let's look at the news first. It's a very slow news day. It's the end of the month, as we've talked about, end of August out of all months that we talked about for the last few days or so. And again, a lot of traders are still getting in those last bit of vacations before the new trading year starts, or not new trading year, but before the new trading year resumes in September. So I don't expect to see too much movement today, especially with CPI and our FOMC meeting minutes coming out tomorrow as well. But again, you never know. We come to the market every day. We put in our hard hat. We trade what the market gives us. If we get opportunities that meet our rules of engagement that are in our trading plan, we take those trades. If not, we sit on our hands. We don't need to force anything. There's no need to be involved in a trade each day. Remember, the number one rule of trading is don't go broke. And if you're not involved in a trade, guess what? It's going to be pretty hard to go broke. So let's start off with dollar Canada. This is one I shot to you guys in last night's syndicate video. We're looking at a potential, I think I was looking at a potential bat pattern on here on dollar Canada. There's actually a few more patterns potentially forming as well as I went around the markets this morning. But you can see here on the daily, we're still in that consolidation. Most of our daily charts are going to look exactly the same, guys. Again, just there's been lack of movement really since the beginning of August. So we're not going to get too much of a read on most of our daily charts. Either they're consolidating like dollar Canada, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollars, or they're right at structure levels like the yen pairs, although we did see some movement in the pound this morning. But let's go down to the lower time frames, and hopefully we get a clear picture of what's going on. James says working now. So you're watching on both, James? You're watching in here and on the YouTube streaming? Nice. Nice. I just saw it yesterday. I was looking at I was looking at something on YouTube, and there's a little tab that said live streaming. So I clicked the button and hey, figured I'd play around with it. Maybe I can put it to some use. We'll see how it goes. Maybe do this for the first 10 minutes each day or 5 minutes. I don't know. So dollar Canada, you can see 4-hour chart, still some consolidation here. Let's go down to the 60 minutes. Going to give us a much clearer picture. We've got two potential patterns, actually 3 potential patterns that I'm seeing right now. 2 and then one more as we go down to a lower time frame. But before I spoil it, do you guys see what it is? Do you see what we're looking at here? And if you're a syndicate member, you saw the video last night, don't cheat, don't type it in. But can you see the first pattern? I'll give you a clue. It's a bullish one. Very, very far from completion, but it's bullish. Ronnie says YouTube working, slight delay. That's what I heard. Yeah. Apparently it's in beta mode, but we did something like this before at one of our technical trader workshops, and actually one of our technical trader workshops a few years ago using the Google Hangout, and it was so hard to do live Q&A because there was so much delay to it. But yeah, bullish cipher. We're looking at a starting point right down here, our X leg. So 129.51 is going to be our X leg. Looking at a move swing low to swing high. We're looking at X to A right here. We're looking at a B leg coming down, spiking past our 50% retracement, giving us a valid B leg. So X to A. A to B. This is a great example, guys, for you guys that are coming through the training course. We talk about anchor legs and impulse legs. This is a great example of an anchor leg. We don't break structure here. So it can't count as an impulse leg, but it's still an anchor leg. It's still a valid X to A leg that you can use. So X to A to B. We're looking for that 127 extension for our C completion. We indeed get that. And then we'd be looking for a D completion back down at our right here, 129.96, I believe, right at our 786. Let's just measure that out to make sure. Yep, a little bit, 129.94. But if we're front running orders, we'd have them at 129.96. So we're looking at a potential bullish cipher here on dollar Canada. Despite the consolidation, I still think bullish is the way to go, just based on our higher time frame analysis. What else do you guys see potentially happening? Now we're a ways away from it. So this is, swing traders. You've got this. I always talk about if you're a swing trader. I get the question about, hey, can I trade around my 9 to 5? Can I trade and work a full-time job, whatnot? You can. This is a great example, right? You've identified a potential pattern, right, guys? It's at 129.94. Price action right now is at what? 131 flat eventually, or potential, basically. You've got 112 pips to go before this pattern completes. Let me ask you this. What's going on, Jason? If you're a swing trader, right? If you're going into work, it's 8 o'clock right now in the U.S. in New York time. If you're going into work at 9, can you not easily place your limits and place your stops and then head to work and forget all about it? What do you guys think? Come on, I encourage participation. That's the point of this room. This is what makes us better than the other rooms out there. Not that I've been in any of the other rooms, but yeah. Here's the thing. Again, we were talking about, if you just came in, we were talking about, a lot of a common question I get asked is, can I trade if I have a full-time job? And I always say, yes, you can. Again, let's assume you're working a 9 to 5. Those are the typical working hours. I know we're not normal in here, but those are the typical working hours. You can easily do your analysis before the day starts. I do my top-down analysis at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. You can easily do your analysis. You can say, okay, look at this. Potential cipher pattern, dollar CAD, 60-minute. Let's go ahead and put some, let's put some limit orders right here. Let's get our stops in. And then boom, you're done, right? James says, watch the dollars roll in, hopefully. Although they will roll out. But yeah, you're done. You can easily set this up. You can catch the train. You can drive to work. And all you have to do is monitor it. You can set an alert for when it's close or when it's filled. But you can easily, if you're an advanced pattern trader, you don't have to actively watch these markets as much as, say, just a pure structure pattern trader. So you can easily set up these orders before your day. And then, once you get into the office, just, sneak your tablet to the side, or, sneak a little extra screen on your computer and just check it every once in a while. Just monitor it every hour, every 4 hours. But no excuses. It could be done. So potential cipher pattern here, 129.94. What else do we have? What is another potential? It's inside of the cipher. That's your clue. Making you guys work on a Monday. Partially because I'm basically asleep right now. I got no sleep last night. So I am running on whatever is. It's not a good way to start the week. I'm running on Beyond E on fumes. But what else are we seeing? And again, if you're new, don't be afraid to take a guess. Don't be afraid to take a guess. That is the way you learn, guys. There's no need to be timid, no need to be shy. You guess. If it's wrong, I'll tell you you're wrong. We're not going to make fun of you. We got traders of all levels in this room, right? We've got very experienced traders, such as myself, We've got traders that have just graduated from my training course and are kind of, they know what they're talking about, but they still need that helping hand. And we have brand spanking new traders. So don't be shy. We're not going to make fun of you. And I always say, if we are going to make fun of you, I'll make sure to mute the microphone first. It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, potential Gartley. If we take our X leg right here, right? So our B leg of the bigger cipher, our X leg right here, swing low to swing high. You can see our X to A. We'll have to go ahead and make this a different color. X to A, our A to B coming right here to the 618. We know that 618 puts us on Gartley pattern alert, right? X to A to B. We're putting in a C leg right now, B to C. Then we're looking for a D completion. Let's just get this 127 in here. Boom, Fibonacci extension, swing high to swing low and back up. We're looking for, there we go, a D completion right at 130.34. So you can see bigger picture. We have a bigger potential cipher pattern down here at 129.94. We also have the smaller Gartley at 130.34. 2 for 2. Good job, James. Where's my sound? Hey, good job. There you go. I'll give you a little applause too. Yeah, little guy didn't want to sleep at all last night. He was out of control. I took him to meet my track, coach track and field for you guys that don't know. I took him to meet my track girls last night. He went wild. He's a ladies man. So he's showing off. He's doing tricks and stuff. You know, he's standing and wiggling his legs and you know, showing off for, we got like, I think 13 girls on the team. So he came home all excited and didn't want to go to sleep. Kept us up in the process. So that stinks. Jason says, man, it must be such a grind working for 13 girls. Yeah, man, it's tough. Tough life I live. Yeah, it turns into about 30 in about a month or so. Tough life, man. I wake up in the comfort of my own home. I go downstairs. I make breakfast. I turn on my TV. You know, all of this in my robe, of course. I trade and make a little money every day from the comforts of my own home. Then in the afternoon, I go and coach some track and field athletes. It's a struggle. No, it's great. It's great. It's fun. All right. So we got two potential patterns here again. We got the bigger cipher pattern down here. We've got the smaller Gartley pattern down here. You will have to make a decision most likely. Let's just see where the stops are at. Depending on how you place your stop losses, you'll probably have to make a decision on which one you want to take. I'm not sure if you'll be able to take both. You might be able to. Let's just see where this 113 comes in at. Yeah, you'll probably have to make a decision. Your stop loss for the smaller Gartley is going to be right at that cipher. So this is going to be one of those scenarios where you gotta pick and choose. I wouldn't even say. Sometimes you get the situation where I say you can average in your order. You can split your position in half and half position at one, half buy at the other. This one's got to be a pick or choose one, just because that stop loss is right at the entry. So let's head down to the 15-minute chart. Again, we always want to work our way down from the 4 hours or from the daily charts all the way to our day trading time frames, just to make sure everyone is covered. We don't want to discriminate against swing traders or day traders. So let's head down to the 15. Marcus says, and so does Ross, says potential bat on the 15, X at 130.59. You guys are the best. You guys must have been here for a while. I don't have to yell at you about about throwing in that X leg. Potential bat. So let's find 130.59. Boom. X to A. Yep. Was this the one I shot to you this morning? I shot something this morning. It didn't have a lot of potential though. X to A to B. I don't think this was it though. B to C. C to D would be down here at 130.67. Let me just see what I put into the syndicate this morning. That was dollar yen. Okay. Dollar yen, dollar CAD, all the same. All right. All right. So yeah, so potential bat pattern here as well. X to A to B, B to C, C to D, looking at 130.67 over here on our our 15-minute time frame. So going down for our day trading time frames. Let's just take a look at what profits you're going to look at. You got about 15 pips in here, so that's fine. Yeah. Butterfly pattern traders. You also got a little butterfly action in here, depending on how you trade your butterflies. Is Lauren in here today? I don't think so. He calls it the widow maker. You guys know I'm not a fan of the butterfly pattern at all. So I don't really trade this thing, but you've got that as well. But yeah, potential bat down there as well. Good call, guys. It looks like we may see some action on Canada today. And of course, if you're not an advanced pattern trader, if you're more of a structured price action based trader, CTS, combined technical score type trader, you can also start predicting, hey, if we get a harmonic move, where is that going to put me? We're not really at a key structure level I would pay attention to until we get down into here. This would be your structure only. This is the level I would look to. This is the next level I would look to get long down here. I wouldn't be too concerned with this or this right here. Those are just some minor levels. So let's go right down to the 5-minute chart, and we can put Canada on ice after that. 5-minute chart, it looks like we have a potential cipher pattern. I'll tell you what, though. The ATR is not very large on dollar Canada. So once you get to the 5-minute charts, it's not really worth taking. I'll show you an example. And this is one you can probably see better on the range bar chart, but we're looking at a cipher pattern completion at 130.96. You would be looking at targets at 131.03. So if you're front running it, you're getting involved at 130.98. If you're front running those targets, you're looking at 131.01 for a whopping potential 3 pips of profit. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, 3 pips of profit. So we'll keep an eye on Canada. We'll head out to the 15. We got the bigger patterns. Obviously, I do think this bat that Marcus and Ross brought up, I do think that's a good opportunity. It's a valid bat pattern. There's enough room for profit. Again, about 15 pips after we consider slippage and front running and all that fun stuff. And it does come at a level of structure that I would have my eye on. Let's just put on real quick for you guys that are DSR traders. We should get a DSR zone down there. We're on the 15, so let's put a 60-minute DSR on, and then we'll put a 30 on as well. That should give us a DSR level at that same zone. Yep, you see that? If we put our DSRs on a 60 minutes, so higher time frame DSR, it's going to give us that dynamic. Let's just delete all this. It's going to give us that dynamic support zone right at that same level. So again, I always say this: DSR is a great indicator to have, but guys, it's nothing that is needed. As you can see, you train your eyes to get good enough with structure. You can see all this stuff by yourself. That's why I'm not really salesy on that DSR. You can see all this stuff yourself. However, if you're in the process of learning, if your eyes just aren't catching it, you're still building that reticular activating system, then that DSR is going to be a great tool to help. And what we found is that it gives more confidence. How many of you guys in here use the DSR indicator? Give me a yes. Marcus, Mile, sorry. Ross. Let me ask you guys this question. Do you feel when you use it, do you feel as if you use it because you need it, or it helps with your analysis? And you guys have been with me for a while, so I'm pretty much sure I know the answer, but yeah, just for help. And that's my opinion. I always like doing stuff manually. That's just me. I'm not a big fan in the robots and stuff like that. However, trading, especially if you're going to be a day trader, it becomes a game of speed. So it's good to help, but it's definitely nothing that's needed. Now, before we move on to the next pair, but as you said, not really. Yeah, you don't need it for advanced patterns at all. No. Before we move on to the next pair, we spoke about a potential bat pattern down here, right? I'm going to pick your brains one more time and challenge you. And for you guys that are watching on, I haven't forgot about you guys that are watching on YouTube. your brain as well. All right, so let's pretend if then thought process. If this bat pattern completes, right? I'm going to go and type this into the syndicate. If this bat pattern completes, what else would that be? So while I'm typing this into our syndicate members, I want you guys to think about that answer. What else would this be at this level? Stops below 130.59. 49s. Targets at. We've got a shy room this morning, man. We've got a shy room. All right, let's get this into the syndicate, and I'll give you guys the answer. This is a bull bat pattern. There we go. Downtrend, structure-based trade. Boom, syndicate members. There you go. Bang. And again, we have our war room break in about 7 minutes, so we're running a little. I was supposed to stop the Google thing and or the YouTube live stream 10 minutes ago, but we're rolling, so let's keep going. Might be a double bottom. All right. What if I did this? What if I did this? Would this help, guys? If I did something like this, did this, would that change your opinion? Coworkers keep trying to talk to me when I'm trying to pay attention. So tell your coworkers to stop. Ask your coworkers what's important. Their needs or your trading. You look them in the eye and you say, my trading is what's most important in this world. Now get away from me. You guys still don't see it. Right? We've got a 618 retracement up here, right? If the market were to rally up, right? Even once we hit that 618, technically it's valid, but we would have to hit that obviously to get to this bat pattern completion. We would have a potential Gartley pattern completion up here, right? Aggressive what? Potential aggressive. Aggressive. Come on, fill it in for me, guys. I know there's a delay. Aggressive. There we go. Aggressive C. Aggressive C. We spend so much time talking about it. We spend so much time talking about the aggressive C's, and I tell you guys all the time how it's a horrible, horrible strategy. Aggressive C's are a horrible strategy. Don't do it. You're going to go broke really quick. However, there are some instances where it makes sense. This would be one of them, right? Because you're not entering this pattern because it's the C leg of a Gartley, right? You're not entering this pattern because it's the C leg of a Gartley. You're entering it because, right, it's a valid bat pattern that happens to be at the C leg of a Gartley, right? So if you're someone that's looking for extended targets, if you're someone that is very bullish on Canada, dollar Canada anyway, right? You can enter this, and there's millions of ways you can do it. You can I wouldn't do it this first way, but you could hold it all the way up to here and then stop and reverse right up here. You can take your normal first target here and then shoot for target twos for the hold. You can take target one, target two, put a third position on, take it there. There's so many options you can do with here. And that's part of the trading plan process where you go through how to handle this. But I just want you guys to get the basic concept and the thought process behind behind this. That's the point of view being in the live room. The live room is not a training course, guys. You're going to learn how to trade in here. You're going to get a lot of knowledge. But it's more of understanding the process that we go through to find these trades. All right. Any other questions on dollar Canada? Is my YouTube thing still going? That's the question. Is my YouTube thing still streaming? Can I look at this? I don't know if I can look at this. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it's up. Just very, very delayed. Cool. All right. So any other questions on Canada? If not, I'm going to shut down this YouTube live stream. I'll do a quick intro before we head to Jason's war room. And yeah, there we go. It should be stopped. Maybe. How do I exit this thing? I'm horrible with technology, guys. Hold on. Do I just I don't know. How do I end this thing? There we go. There we go. End bro.